Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is, well, it's largely a response to somebody's question, but it's basically about getting to the point where you understand what turns on and off your problem. And you want to get to that point in your journey, your eczema healing journey, where you draw a line and you know that crossing that line may lead to flare-ups. And so you need to know what to do to never even go close to that line. So this is the question that has sparked this video. It's from somebody I coached in the past who has gone a lot of the way through the eczema healing process, but is still not able to say she's permanently healed. She hasn't drawn a line completely under the eczema-ridden past. And so you can see here that she's made some pretty dramatic changes to lifestyle, still having some snacks and things every now and again, but made good progress overall, but just wants some closure on eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis. And feel free to pause the video and have a better read of the question. But in this video, I want to talk about three major things that are beneficial, not just to people in her position, but really to all of you going through this eczema healing process. The first one is emotional freedom. The second one is rebuilding a completely new body, which is what I really try to do with my eczema coaching clients. This is a revolutionary thing. This is a project. This is a project, your new body. That's what the eczema healing program has always been about. And the last one is the snacks that this lady mentions in the question here, and basically alkalizing the body and understanding what your daily habits may still be doing to you. So the first thing, emotional freedom, something that I've spoken about on this channel in the past, is a phase of my life that I went through where I was, to remind you, this is what I was looking like, and people were asking me if I had been some sort of acid burn victim, whether I had a chemical accident. Someone even asked me if a firework had gone off in my face. There were a lot of things coming up that were making the whole experience feel really permanent for me, because that's how other people saw it. And so I wasn't sure at that time either whether or not I would be with this forever, because when you've got something for so many years, you really start to believe that maybe you can't heal. Maybe this is just something you're going to be stuck with forever. So I started to take on that identity that I was just a misfit in society. I was just different. And I started watching videos from people who were acid burn victims or thalidomide babies, or, you know, war veterans that had legs and stuff blown off. I would take strength from those people and see that, hey, they can function in society. They can just be really normal people. And so can I. So I started to just accept who I was. I took that on as my new identity. This is me. I've got some weird superhero mask thing going on my face. And that's how I roll. That's who I am. And when that happens, all the energy that you were using to fret about just trying to heal it and wanting it gone and looking in the mirror and agonizing and just that feeling of dread that I know you all feel with eczema, all that energy was going instead to things that it should be going for, like digestion, detoxification, sweating. I was using it to put into fitness. I was working out hard, and I was using it to educate myself as well in the whole health and fitness front. But I kind of forgot about the eczema. The eczema was like this springboard to start me into a health and fitness life. To become, I decided somewhere along that path that I wanted to become the best version of myself. And sometimes I refer to this as like an athlete's program, really, because you revolutionize your body if you really do the eczema healing program like I want people to do. It's a revolutionary thing. And that sort of leads me into the point number two, which is about rebuilding a completely new body as a result of having your eczema. That is always my aim with clients. That was always my aim for all of you, to understand that this is a wake-up call. The eczema that you see on your skin right now, this is an invitation from the universe to you to completely radicalize, revolutionize your life. You want your life going forwards to be unrecognizable to anything that you ever were in the past. You want it to be completely different from the ground up. That could be new friends, that could be new jobs, that could be definitely new food, definitely new daily reality routines. All of those things are completely revolutionized by this program, by whatever you take from this program. It definitely was for me, and it definitely is for many people that have healed from a raft of diseases. This is a project. This is a life project for you. The eczema, sure, that's the springboard, that's the trigger to kick this all off. But ultimately, you want this to become the start of something new. You want this to be the first day of the rest of your life. One of the biggest pieces of information I took on as part of my early learning phase with eczema healing was that you can completely rebuild your body. Different parts of the body take different amounts of time to completely rebuild, but all day, every day, you're killing off cells, or cells are dying off from the body, and you are constructing new cells from the nutrition that you're taking in, and those are building blocks for the rest of your body. So things like your skin changes daily. You're losing, as you know, definitely if you've got eczema, you literally see your skin falling off. But I mean, eventually this happens with your bones. It definitely happens with your hair. You can see that. It definitely happens with your nails. But it happens with your blood cells, your organs, your brain, your eyeballs. Everything in your body is dying off and rebuilding from the new materials. And so logic, this is sort of more the engineering side of my brain that was kicking in at this point. Logic tells you that if you do this for long enough, if you detoxify for long enough, and if you bring in the correct nutrition for long enough, eventually you're going to have a completely new body. And so this is what I started to work towards, and this is what I am pushing for all of you to work towards on this eczema healing program. This is a project. Some of you come on here and I can feel the impatience of your questions in the comments. You might even see some comments below. Definitely below previous videos, you'll see some comments on the video, people getting pretty impatient and just asking questions. I want this. This is a project. This is a long-term thing. You're not going to be healed by next week or even next month. This is something that you need to dial in, you need to come up with for yourself, or get help from somebody to put a plan together for yourself and learn how you are going to fix this. Learn how you are going to revolutionize your body, how you're going to become the best version of yourself. And as a result, your eczema might just go away because it doesn't belong in the new healthy you. Moving on to the third point I wanted to talk about in this video, the snacks that you mentioned in the question that you are still having. You can only really be the person that finds out how important those are for you. For me now, I know what I can and can't get away with, because from being on this, the other things I was talking about just now, being on this revolutionary lifestyle for so long, you start to get a feel for your own body. You start to get in touch with your own body and really understand what makes your personal body tick. And that's what I want all of you to do in your own way. If you want to believe that every body is different, then here you go. Here's your chance. You learn about your own body. You find where your body heals, where your body detoxifies, where your body flares up. You need to find that for yourself. And if that's through logs, if that's just through meditation, through intuitive, if that's through fasting, all of these things that we've talked about, bring in the tools that vibe with you and learn about your body and learn what you can and you can't get away with. At the beginning, if you're detoxifying, maybe this is the first eczema healing video you've ever watched, then be cleaner rather than leave it up to chance. You know, do everything you can that you know how to do to detoxify your body, because there's no point doing half of it and then not sure if it would have been better if you did the other. Do everything you can to detoxify and heal and nourish your body. But going forwards, once you start to get in touch with your body, you will start to feel your way with it, and you will start to see what really has a negative impact on you and what doesn't. Some of you can get away with a lot worse things than I can get away with and not have any eczema at all, or not have any flare-ups. Dairy, for some people, they've only got to smell the stuff and they're already starting to agonize and flare up, and I'm sort of one of those people. Dairy is absolutely a no. I could never ever go back to that stuff because it's just so mucus forming in my own personal body. But ultimately, you're trying to alkalize your body. You are trying to detoxify and bring your alkalization levels up really high. And so if you're still having some snacks that are very acid forming in the body, and remind me if you want me to make a video on acid alkaline balance again. I know there's some way in the past on this channel, but the acid alkaline balance is all about alkalizing the body, and all the things that alkalize your body that are alkaline forming are all the healthy stuff. Basically, fresh, ripe, raw, organic fruits and vegetables are the most alkalizing things on the planet for your human body, and you want to have as much of that as possible. And when you're not having that stuff, when anything is processed, or it's an animal product, or if it's a stimulant, or if it's medication, all of those things are not alkalizing for the body. They're acid forming in the body, and they all need to be neutralized by some alkaline forming stuff. And so that's all part of this body rebuilding, revolutionizing. And look, I'm going to leave it there for this video. I think I've rambled on, I've ranted on enough. Susan, I hope that helps to answer your question. For those of you who watched this far into the video, thank you very much. You are free to go. Leave your comments and questions down below. Let me know if there's any specific topics you want me to get into. Join the Eczema Healing community on Facebook, where you can directly interact with us, ask your questions, and other people who are also in the same boat as you may come forwards and be able to help you out. See you in the next video.